Hey everyone, this is Sunlock24, and today I'm going to be showing you the Light Ruler deck. Basically, this deck is, if you've seen my channel, you've seen my Plasma build, and you've also seen the God Cards build, which is basically exactly the same. The only major difference is the reverse traps, which you don't have to run them. They really aren't that necessary. You can run anything else, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into the deck profile, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. So, first of all, of course, 3 Arcana, Force EX, the Light Ruler, 3 Venus, or the Agent of Creation Venus, 2 Skull Angel, and 3 Mystical Shine Balls. For the spells, 1 Dark Factory of Mass Production, 1 Enemy Controller, 3 Transmodify, 2 White Elephant's Gift, and then 1 Reverse Trap, which you can substitute for the trap core that destroys 2 cards. But I think I'm liking Reverse Trap a little bit more. I've been trying a ton of different builds with this particular deck, and I think this one's the one that's working the best out of all of them. Anyway, if you don't know what the Arcana Force EX Light Ruler does, is whenever you summon it, you flip a coin. If it's heads, whenever you destroy a monster, you get a card back from the graveyard. If it's tails, whenever that particular card is targeted, it negates whatever it's targeting. And that's one of the reasons I didn't like the trap roll, because one of the times I was playing, and you might see it in replay here in a bit. Anyway, when I was playing, I actually forgot that it landed on tails, and I targeted the Light Ruler in one of the opponent monsters, and then it got negated by the Light Ruler, which that was a noob mistake. But anyways, overall the card is extremely hard to summon. You do have to send 3 cards to the graveyard, 3 monster cards to the graveyard. They're not considered tributes, and whenever you summon it, it is a special summon, so you can summon something else after that. I did try a version with Jinso's, and like the Jinso was just being dead in hand. It wasn't really doing much of anything. For the Skull Angel, I'm only running it because it's a level 2 fairy light, and you can transmodify into a Venus, and that Venus is the heart of the deck basically. If you do not get a Venus, you're just basically gonna lose. Venus allows you to get the Shine Balls, and then the Dark Factory of Mass Production allows you to get the Shine Balls back from the graveyard, and then you can do the Venus thing all over again. Now, the skill that I'm using is Cyber Style, and for those of you that don't know, what Cyber Style does is, well, let me read it to you. But basically, it says it can be used if your life points are at 3,000 or below. Play 1 Proto Cyber Dragon in attack position from outside of your deck for every 1,000 life points below 4,000. A Proto Cyber Dragon played with this skill cannot be tributed or used as material except for when fusion summoning. This skill can only be used once per duel. So basically, if you're at 3,000, you're able to special summon 1 Proto Cyber Dragon. If you're at 2,000, you can special summon 2 Proto Cyber Dragons, and if you're at 1,000, you can of course special summon 3 of them. And the way that that I was using the skill is I was using it kind of as a backup instead of my in case my Venus failed, or if I didn't get the Light Ruler early on in the game, and I had already used the Venus with the 3 monsters, then what I would do is I would just take some damage, and then once I was at 1,000, I can go ahead and activate the skill, bring out 3 Proto Cyber Dragons, and then tribute them again for the Arcana Force EX, the Light Ruler, which again you can do since you are sending them to the graveyard, you're not tributing them or doing anything with. Another thing that you can do is send OTK with them. And this is why Venus works extremely well with this particular skill. Whenever you activate Venus, you can activate it several times and go down to 2,000 life points. And at that time, you basically, if you're cycling through the Shine Balls with White Elephant's Gift and all that, and you're able to bring everything out, you special summon the Light Ruler, tribute 3, basically send 3 monsters to the graveyard, and then what you do is you activate Cyber Style, and you're able to summon 2 Proto Cyber Dragons, and basically that's an OTK if your opponent has a 2,000 attacking monster. Since the Proto Cyber Dragons, I believe they're like 1,100. And the deck overall, it's really fun to use, but it's really not going to be a competitive deck. It's more of a fun deck, and I'm going to stick by my opinion whenever I review the event. Arcana Force EX, the Light Ruler, really isn't that great. It's somewhat luck based, and the best effect is if your coin lands in tails. I think overall that's the best effect that it has, where it can't be targeted by anything basically, either yours or your opponent. And then reverse trap just puts a little bit of an icing on the cake, where if they attack you when the light rulers at 2,000, then they're gonna just basically be attacking you to game. And like I said, I did try several versions, and I believe this one's the best one. And I'm not gonna be like other, or I'm not like other people that will just show you like just handpicked games, which in this case I will be showing them, but I am telling you that the deck overall is bad. It's not something that, if you don't have the cards, don't go out of your way and get the cards. If you don't have the Venuses, just don't get them. Don't spend money or don't spend your gems on trying to get Venuses, because overall the deck is just extremely bad. The only time that you'll be able to use it is in really low gold, like I think I'm using it in really low gold, or on fun games. Or if you're playing against someone that doesn't have it or hasn't been playing for a while and doesn't really know basically anything when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh. For the extra deck, you don't really need one, unless you want to put in some tuners. Then you can throw in the extra deck. The extra deck on this particular build, it was just left over from a different version or a different deck that I was playing in this particular slot. But you don't need an extra deck. Again, if you do want to run an extra deck, you can take out the Skull Angels and maybe put something like a Psychic Welder or any other tuner, basically, maybe a Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron might actually work. I did try a version with Junk Synchron, but it wasn't as consistent as I wanted it to be. And if you've seen my Plasma version, I think I made a version with the Junk Synchrons in this particular Venus deck. So I've been playing the deck for months now with Plasmas and the God cards. But anyway, this particular build, like they say, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. So, and it fits this Arcana Force CX, the Light Ruler, because it does require 3 monsters, and it's basically the same concept with Destiny Hero Plasma or any other God cards. So let's go ahead and show you some replays, and then if you have any questions at the end, we'll go ahead and answer them in the comment section below. Alright, so it seems like some of my replays got deleted, so I think I'm only going to be able to show you 3 of them. I did record 5 of them, but for whatever reason, I guess, I don't know why it would do that, but they did get deleted. And I don't think that's happened before, where they don't show up. But anyway, let's see. Well, I'll show you this 3, and then we'll go and show you the deck just one more time.
Duel.
And here is one of the versions that I was trying out, and tension, it was just another level 2 fairy, and then I ended up substituting for the Skull Angel. The Skull Angel allows you to draw a card whenever you set it, and that extra dot sometimes it helps a lot. So I did end up taking out I took the tension out and put in the Skull Angel. Right, and there's a Hate Tails, which basically most of the time is going to win you the game.
Duel.
And again, I did try some versions of it. In this particular one, I was running Jinso and the Treacherous Captain. Which Jinso, like I said, it was just being dead most of the time. There's really no point in running it. And then Treacherous Cap, I mean, it's decent, but and I don't know, I didn't like it, and I ended up taking it out. And I played, I think, over 2 hours with this particular deck, and I lost a ton. And then just some of them that I won, but it was just like an overwhelming win or an overwhelming victory. Because once you get the Arcana EX and your opponent doesn't have an answer for it, it's basically a free win. And there I'm using the skill to go ahead and activate Temperate Tackle to get a full Cyber Dragon and then just destroy their monster. For him. And like I said, the Jinso wasn't really doing much of anything, that's why I took it. And then the last one. And when it comes to farming, what's his face? I always forget his name. Anyway, I've farmed the 3 Arcana, the light rulers, but I can't seem to get any of the super rares. And I've been farming him like crazy. I've got the 3 ultra rares, but it's just he's not giving me any of the super rares. And hopefully, if I do get some more time later today, which I still have to do a video for the new main box that came out. But anyway, stay tuned. It should be coming out later today, but which I do have the time to think I'll get it done. Again, and in some cases you do have to draw really bad hands. This one, the Venus made it good, but sometimes you do get the rulers and you can't do much of anything. Technically, which is kind of a. This particular deck I'm playing is just basically to annoy people. That intrusion is prismatic, it's kind of cool. I guess that's why he's running it. Otherwise, there's really no point. And then there's I think the replays that I didn't have were the losses ones, or the ones that I've lost. I don't know if it might have been my mistake that I didn't click save replay because it was a loss or what it was, but anyway, do know that the other 2 replays were losses, and like I said, the deck isn't that particularly good, so you're gonna get a ton of losses. Just play the deck in a fun environment. Don't really go into rank and expect to win every single game, because you're not gonna get every single game. I'm not sure if there's a mat associated with Arcana Force EX, the Light Ruler, but if there is, this is the deck that you need to use to go ahead and get that mat. It's really easy to summon him, it's really easy to set up the 3 monsters, and again, if you're still looking for the mat for the Destiny Hero Plasma, use the same deck. Same thing for any of the God cards. Just use this deck, it's really easy to set up the 3 tributes, but other than that, the deck doesn't really do much of anything. Just tribute your monsters and then lose or try to win, but again, the deck's not competitive. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. If you have any questions or comments, do leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed my video, leave a like. If you are enjoying my content, I would truly appreciate if you guys subscribe. And again, do leave any comments down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time.